Hey guys, Russian foods can be absolutely epic, unexpected and confusing. Because of all the hardships and crises this country has been coming through, people here have learned to invent incredible foods out of random things. Especially if we talk about great inventions of cool Russian babushkas. And that's why today we will be cooking my favorite Russian food, and let's try not to burn my kitchen. So let's start by my favorite, which is syrniki. Syrniki basically are small pancakes made of cottage cheese. And that's why they're more healthy than the American variant of pancakes, because cottage cheese contains lots of protein. So to make some of this, we will obviously need cottage cheese, an egg, some flour and butter. By the way, I love cooking, but I'm not strong in it. And let's just hope that our little syrniki will come out not poisonous. So let's try to make a mixture in this little bowl. Firstly, we are putting in cottage cheese. I will not be giving you proportions because I myself do everything on an eye bullet. But this much I'm counting on maybe 4 syrniki. I'm making small portions because this will be not the only food we are cooking today. And now let's break an egg. Mixing it all again. And now let's try to add flour. Here we don't need too much because cottage cheese on its own already kinda serves as flour. And this one here is mostly for strengthening our syrniki. People mostly also add sugar in syrniki, but I will not because we are kinda trying to keep it healthy. I already like it. Now I have melted some butter and we'll just mix it in our mess. Right now I am just relying on my Russian spirit and I am doing it completely with no recipe, completely on intuitions, and everything is on an eye bullet, so I hope it will come out good. But it is kind of looking okay. And now it is time to warm up the frying pan. You know, in Russia there is a saying «Первый блин всегда комом». That means that the first pancake always comes out broken. Meaning, you will never get something good from the first trial, and I hope that maybe at least the third of our syrniki will come out not broken. Oh my god, is it time to flip them? I cannot understand that. I'm so scared to touch them because anytime I think I can break them. Okay, we'll try to do it with 2 such things. Wait. Okay, one almost broken. And another one. Wow, oh my god, I didn't break it. And I didn't burn it either. Third one. Almost. It almost survived. We have got a 4th little baby syrnik. Alright, it's time to put them in my babushka plate. Oh my god, wow! I did it! I have burned them just a little bit. You can see that because I was worried to undercook them. But the result, it comes out as usual. Russians generally have syrniki with some sour cream. You don't get that on the West, but here in Russia we don't have so much syrups, so we either use sour cream or some jam or honey. And today I want to create the taste of my childhood and make sour cream with honey. And this is the honey. This is the time to try. It's absolutely delicious. The syrniki themselves are very soft and nice, a little bit sour from cottage cheese, and they go amazingly with sour cream and honey. And next I want to cook one of my favorite dishes of my childhood, grecki. Basically, grecki is just Russian fried bread, and Russians rub garlic on it, like literally they take bread and rub garlic on it like this. I haven't got any garlic right now. That's why I will eat this bread with a surprise guest. Meat tushenka. This is a little bit of Russian survival food because this is literally meat in jars. You can keep this thing in jars without opening for very long, like literally for years. and it will not get spoiled. You can get it in Russian stores in metal cans, but originally it is a creation of Russian babushkas. Russian grandmas all the time invent incredible dishes, and this is one of them. So how did I get this little treasure? Is my Belarusian babushka, before I moved to Saint Petersburg, has decided that there I will be living in total poverty and will have no food. And that's why she has given me 12 of such. And what a surprise, I have enough food in Russia and I've been storing them at my balcony. So firstly, let's try it separately right now. It must be looking very scary to you and very fat, and it is fat. Here are like white things, you can see it is literally animal fat. And actually it is healthy for you. Animal fat is very healthy for your body, if you didn't know. Well, it is actually nice. By the way, inside it is not as fat as it looks from the outside. And basically this is mostly chicken mixed with a little bit of pork, and it tastes nicely. So to survive in Russia, you just need to find a babushka. And now let's cook our grenki. This is my typical Russian grey bread. This guy has stayed there since dark times of Soviet Union, and mostly classical Russian grenki are cooked exactly from this, and right now we'll show you how. Mostly they cut it this way into halves. I don't know why, maybe because generally one person doesn't eat whole such big, but I eat many such small ones, doesn't change a lot. And now we've got to fry it in lots of butter. Generally Russians use sunflower oil instead, but butter is kinda healthier, so I'm gonna use that. So let's try our grenki with my grandma's tushenka. It's amazing, it's nice. I love it when bread is warm after frying or when it is just baked, and it goes awesome with any meat. Maybe Russians have just got a habit of eating everything with bread because that's how it makes you more full. Don't even call me at a party if this is not the food. Now it is time for the king of our today's vlog. I know how that looks to you guys, it looks same to me. So this is homemade Russian sausage. We prefer to call it kolbasa because there is difference between sausage and this thing. Sausages are a thing which you are used to see in stores. Pink, soft, small and normal looking. And Russian kolbasa has basically an idea of stuffing pure meat and fat as much as possible in this thing. And this thing is also more natural and pure than you would find in stores because my Belarusian babushka made it. These guys really give me a lot of meat whenever I get to them, and this is one of such creations. So this strange thing is made of pork and we are going to bake it right now. Now, we have to stop this thing, not because I'm a Londoner, but because this way it will be baked much better. Now, I hope at the point of editing I will be brave enough to leave this story, but in my childhood, when I used to stay in a Belarusian village, I would participate in making such. And how did it work? You would have to clean pigs' intestines and fill it with meat. I just hope YouTube will not ban me for such content and you will not unsubscribe after this story. But that was just our village life. By the way, if you want to meet the awesome grandma who gave me the sausage, I've got a vlog about her little village house on my channel. Oh my god, guys, look at this. It is bleeding. I don't know with what, but with fat maybe. It doesn't want to give my fork away. It is so juicy. I don't know. It would be, by the way, very nice and delicious to bake with potato because I hope you can see it has lots of natural juice and it would be amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, the creature is ready. It actually started to look a little bit better after I have baked it, and it smells very delicious. And another Russian food I want to cook with you is grechka. This is basically buckwheat, and Russians eat a lot of it. It is very fast and easy to cook, and at the same time it is very nutritious, so it's kind of healthy. I have got this little pot. For some weird reason, my dad keeps explaining me that if you leave buckwheat in cold water in the morning, by evening it will be ready to eat. And I kinda believe him, but I wouldn't use this knowledge because right now, thankfully, I have got time to cook. My typical Russian lunch. It feels very basic and simple, but at the same time it's very nice and delicious. In general, this is what people here really eat at their homes on usual days. Guys, I am going to cook something so crazy right now. It is completely not what Russians generally cook at home, but I have this little pasta for 20 rubles. And we are going to cook it in a very new way, which I never tried before. By the way, generally Russians have got a habit of cooking pasta in a pot, not in a frying pan. But as this dish is going to be not very big, because I really don't know will it be delicious or not, I'm going to cook it in a frying pan. So guys, check it out. I have almost cooked pasta, and right now inside I will cut a cucumber. In case there are some Italians watching this, I'm so sorry for hurting your feelings. I'm trying to cut it in very thin long pieces, almost like pasta itself. Do not repeat it at home. Oh my god, it did not explode! Check this out. I will try to add some spice in there right now. Hopefully it will save my weird dish. And now we're going to add some milk inside. Ladies and gentlemen, this weird pasta looks like it is ready. I hope I will not get poisoned by the end of this vlog. I kind of like it because I have added milk. It feels like the pasta is in such creamy sauce, and cucumber kind of goes good with the spice I have added, so I like it. Still, do not show it to Italian children under the age of 16 and do not try it at home. And we are also going to try something right now. In this shelf, I'm hiding sweets from myself. You have already seen how I was organizing the shelf on one of my previous vlogs. If you didn't, you absolutely should. It was epic. It was a vlog about cleaning up. And inside this little shelf, there are my favorite Belarusian candies. Meat коровkas. These little things, for some reason, are called after cows, but they have nothing in common with milk. And they're pure sugar, they are not healthy at all, but they're so delicious. There are, by the way, many variations of these, but my favorite ones are exactly of Soviet Union. That's how they look like. They're so delicious. I don't know, by the way, how to describe you this taste. It is very sweet and it is a little bit similar to condensed milk. Maybe they are made of condensed milk and that's why they're called after cows. And it is also written on them that these are milky sweets, but they don't really smell with milk. Okay, anyway, I don't know what are these things made of, but they are awesome. And also, if I have started to take out my sweets, meat Russian marshmallows. Yes, they also don't look like marshmallows at all, but in Russia we call them same, like zefir. Originally there are two flavors, vanilla one and strawberry one. I couldn't say they are very different from one another, but it's just fun to have one white and one pink. And also we always divide them like this. I again don't know how to explain you this flavor. I think you will have to visit Russia to try it. but inside it is very soft and it is very sugary. At the same time, it's totally not like Western marshmallows. There are, of course, also more than two variations of this. There are the ones covered in chocolate, one of my favorites, by the way. There are lemon flavor, and in general, whatever you can imagine, they just put in these fake marshmallows. So guys, it is time to sum up. Today I have cooked lots of delicious Russian foods, did not burn my kitchen, and did not get poisoned by pasta with cucumber. So it kinda sounds as an achievement to me. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video either. I am working very hard every day to make new great video for you guys. And it would of course be so awesome to me if you subscribe to my channel and like my videos. There is really a lot of crazy stuff going on in there, and of course I don't want you to miss it. So I will see you all in my next video from Russia.